Fuck what the fuck are them a fi say? If them that them wouldn't do with them day. Them talk about me like every day. Me talk about them like not one day. France, everybody just a follow me. Yo, me can't be one on who that day. Me have me get up like every day. Me 3 point.
Alright, y'all. Y'all here again. Another episode of SYO Podcast.
SYO Podcast.
State your opinion all day. Your host, Mr. Thug Vida. I got my boy Hurt in the building, co-host.
What's going on, guys?
Big Hurt, if y'all don't know him. And the engineer, my boy Dwayne Lodger. So, you know, we're going to start this podcast off like we do with our current events. Talk about the stuff that I need to talk about today, right now. We got a 13-year-old young man, right? 13, right?
13.
DC.
Right.
Out of DC.
area.
Outside, he got killed. Got shot, actually. He's outside at what? 3 in the morning it was?
3, 4 in the morning.
3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
Him and his homeboy.
Him and his partners,
Yeah.
all teenagers, right? And they was in a stolen car. And they were, of course they was on, they doing their thing, right? Breaking in people's cars and homes. And you have a young man that's in his house with his kids or his family.
Right, how old was Buddy?
But I think it was in his 30s.
Okay.
I don't know exact age. They ain't really give it too much, but
Right.
he at home and he hears some noise, some bang. He's like, "What the hell?" He goes outside, get his gun. Of course, he get his gun. He's a licensed carry firearm, right? He have license for that.
He got license.
Went outside, confront the teenagers. Little boy, like, hey, story is the boy. They charge him. He must have shot off some shots. Shot little man. Little man died, but. The little man and his people saying that they were running. He was running from the dude. He was saying the kids was like, I'm only a teenager. I'm only 13. Please don't shoot, or don't kill me, or don't hurt me. And they got killed anyway. So that's why the young gentleman's in jail right now.
So his mom was on TV crying and all, and they were asking her why you didn't know where your child was, and she was making up some excuses. And she was also saying that they took the man of the house. The guy that shot her son took the man of the house. And I was thinking to myself, how can a 14-year-old be the man? Why are you putting that pressure
He's
on
13.
13, 14-year-old? You can't put that immense pressure on them for being the man of the house. She's saying, well, I don't have a man that lives with me. He was the man of the house. No, that's not your husband, son.
That's a fuck.
Yeah.
Well, we got, the question is what was he doing outside at that time of the night? If he was the man of the house, let's just go with that theory. The man of the house, at that time of the night, the man of the house is normally in the house,
Right.
right?
Right.
So if he was a 13-year-old,
Right.
a 13-year-old should be in the house.
Right.
All right. So whether you're the man of the house or the kid of the house or the child of the house, you should be in the house.
3, 4 in the morning, ain't nothing good going on.
Correct.
Unless
And
you're
he
going to work.
was in a stolen car, so we don't know if he was going there with the intent to steal,
Or to kill
kill, right? But if you look at all the steps that added up to that, being in a stolen car outside that time of night, they had a history of some teenagers breaking into cars and homes in that area. So I think that adds up to we could think that they were out there doing something they shouldn't be doing, right?
Right.
Now the question is, where was mommy?
That's the greater question.
Where was mommy? Was mommy at home? And if mommy was home, why wasn't he home? Granted, kids sneak out. Kids are going to be kids. So if we know kids are going to be kids, they sneak out, they get crazy, they get a little more into stuff that they shouldn't do. Why are we complaining about the consequences?
We're not complaining about the consequences. There's no accountability. It's not about, excuse me. It's not about complaining about the consequences. It's just no accountability. Well, this has happened. This was going on. You got to be responsible for you and yours.
What I'm saying is this. We love the kids. And I believe that kids should have opportunities and make mistakes and learn and grow from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think a child should just die for trying to steal a car. We don't think that's justifiable. It doesn't weigh in as as equal value,
Right.
no matter how we look at it. Punishment or anything. No child You shouldn't have to bury your child over him stealing
material
something.
possession.
Exactly. You feel me? So I sympathize with the mother on that level. Like, you shouldn't. And even with the dude that did it, how did he know there was a child?
Right.
You feel me? So we have to sympathize with him once he did that and realize it was not just some grown ass men trying to come in his house to break in and rape his kids or rape his woman or rob them or tie them up or kill them. And that's all a split second decision,
It just
right?
seems like a bunch of excuses. Like, well, this is why this happened, and at the end of the day, the buck's got to stop somewhere. And I don't
Correct.
think it should stop at the 14-year-old.
Correct. So that's why I said we have to put the responsibility and take that responsibility back on us being parents, because we being parents, obviously in this situation, that's a single mother parent, right? Because she said took the man to the house. There's no 13-year-old man in no house unless
right.
there's no man present. Correct.
Right.
All right. So the bottom line is we have to take responsibility from the parents. Even if you got two parents at home, this should happen with people with two parents at home as well, right?
yeah.
But it's the
Which it
different.
probably doesn't.
The difference is
As much.
The difference is if the father's in the house, the mother's in the house, and you are attentive parents, you're going to be checking with your child or making sure that your child is not that type that have those access to those people that want to do those things. Correct? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It all depends on the demographic of where you live, the type of crowd that your child hangs out with and be around. We know. We don't want to. Sometimes we're naive about it, but we know. And you know the boys know the girls that they hang with and which ones ain't good. And we don't, because we know they doing this, we're not really going behind and check in because we don't want to be, I don't know if you could even snoop on your child. I don't know if that's even a term, but I hear that. If that's your child, it is your duty to snoop and know what's going on.
I see it as check in on what they have going on.
Correct. Snoop mean you looking for some shit.
That you're not
check
supposed
in
to be
mean
looking.
you just checking to make sure everything is fucking good, right?
Right.
Keep them on track. So it's your job to do that. So if you know that your child should be up there asleep, it's okay to go in there, turn that key and go in there and check on their child and make sure he's in their sleep or she's in their sleep. Instead of like, shit, you haven't checked on your child in 2, 3, 4 months. You don't know if that child be in their sleep. I just know he go in his room like he's doing. I know I see him in the morning.
Right.
A lot of that's going on. You feel me? Even with the female. So we got to do a better job as parents, whether you're a single parent mother, whether you're a mother or a father that's single or both parents, it doesn't matter. We have to do a better job in basically policing our children before the world
Gets
police
out
them.
of here, that's
And
right.
exactly.
Either you gonna handle it, or when they get out the world, they're not gonna have any sympathy for them.
Correct. And how many times is somebody going to keep breaking in your household? And, because when somebody break in your house, that puts a lot of people at edge, like a lot of men, right? You're talking about dudes that's been in the streets. You talking about dudes that's been in the army. You talking about dudes that's been in jail. You talking about women that's been victimized.
Right.
You talking about you coming in someone's home.
You're taking a
So
chance.
you don't know who you coming into and what you're coming into. You
That's
feel
right,
me?
you're taking a chance.
You're taking a chance. So you have to understand that. We have to teach our kids about shit like that. You don't know who you're dealing with. Yeah, it might look like a nice
Why
car,
was
but
he
who
in the-
owns that
why was-
nice car?
Why was he in the state of mind when he felt like he was stealing in cars or whatever, breaking in cars or breaking in houses, whatever?
I mean, kids are mischief, man. When you are young, you're mischievous. You just get into shit for no reason. Some of this shit have a meaning behind it, but for the truth of the matter, most boys have no meaning behind what they do. Right? If they have misdirected or they lost direction somewhere, they just doing shit to do shit.
Right.
It's no meaning, but because they're misdirect, like she said, he's a 13-year-old man at the house. That man is lost.
But in addition to that, like
That little boy's lost. That's why he's out there thinking he got to do a man shit and know what he jumped to
also
do.
a thing of because it's not no man in the house, he doesn't know what discipline, what could come with. Men know responsibility. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So men know to teach other men if you have somebody under your tutelage that, hey, you're gonna do this, but this might happen. Women really don't think about outcome of action like that, in my opinion.
Well, women do, but they just don't think the consequences through all the way. You feel me? They think that, like something like this, right? You would say, yo, but why you had to shoot him? Why you had to kill him? Where a man would be like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because we know why he got shot and why they killed him. You feel me? It's not why he had to do it. It's like, fuck.
Right.
Damn, that shit happened to mine. You know what I'm saying? Why this nigga... But you're just mad at the fact of what happened. But we accepting what happened because we know what it is. Women just feel like, just like when the kids get in trouble and they're around you, and you might pop them Why you ain't have to pop him like that? You ain't had to hit him like this. You ain't had to hit
Or
him
they
that.
don't believe their kid would be the one doing that. Not
Yeah.
my son,
Nah, he ain't
my
do
daughter.
it.
He ain't did that.
He ain't did that. They want to listen to the whole story 8 times and shit. Say it again.
No, he
They want to go to the person and be like, so why didn't you like? I'm not your child's
Why
mama.
you shoot him
Yeah, I don't
Why
need
didn't you
to.
shoot him in the toe?
Yeah, I don't have to be easy on your child. You know what I'm saying? You need to be easy on your child. If you was hard on your child, I don't have to be easy on him now. You know what I'm saying? But because you're not hard on him, somebody got to do the hard part, and that's what's going to happen when he get into these situations, man. You're gonna get to that real hard shit. So you either gonna get some hard ass lessons when you getting your ass shot, killed, or you gonna do some hard ass time because you shot and killed somebody.
That's right.
So that's the difference, and a lot of women don't know how to explain that to these men, to these little boys, bro. They get them the roles of being so manly and responsible, like, yeah, you taking care of this, taking care of this, but they don't understand that they putting that pressure on them, and they don't know how to teach them that pressure, because a woman really can't handle a man's pressure. Feel me? So you can't teach that to him, to a little boy.
Either.
That's a fact. But it is what it is, and we pray for the young man's family, because guess what? No one needs to bury a child. That's what's up. And hopefully his fellow boys that was with him, maybe they getting the right help at this point. Maybe get somebody could touch them and get them in the right direction instead of them making them go to jail and sit in jail for another 15, 20 years. Because shit like that is when, you get charged. They get charged for him dying because they was on there doing a crime.
Accessories too.
Exactly. So
Just
no,
like
they
that.
could charge you with the murder. Because if they weren't there in a stolen car coming and breaking this man's house, this man would have never shot this little boy and
Just
killed him.
like old boy Lucci, his partner got killed when they were doing something, and that's why he's in jail, because he got charged with that.
Correct. So all these little boys might get charged with murder, just like the man who killed them. You know what I'm saying? The man that killed him might get off and they get charged with murder.
Right.
So they don't understand how serious shit is out here, bro. So that's why we have to be there for these little boys, man. And sometimes just because the little boy ain't yours, right? And he ain't you gotta try to step in. But the only difference with that is the mothers gotta allow men to step in. I'm talking about uncles and brothers and friends and people that really have love for that little boy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta take that boy out the house, bring him around mentors that dudes that's doing things in the community, are doing things that you look up to. Because I know a lot of y'all women be around positive men, and that's what you need to bring your sons around, man. Ask instead of, what I'm trying to say is you gotta ask people for stuff. That's what you need to ask for. Ask one of them men that y'all respect to take a day with your son and take 2 hours with your son and just have lunch with him and take him out to the park or something and talk to him. Right. That's the type of shit you need to put the effort in. You know what I'm saying? And then that little boy can at least learn something if he doesn't have a male or a good father figure in his life. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Let's make it happen, ladies. Do better. We know better. All right, next subject.
What else is going on?
Boy, the police officers that killed that, and that was all over.
Supposedly, what was going on is that one of the officers' wife, his ex-wife or girlfriend, the mother of his child or whatever, was messing around with old boy that got beat up and killed.
Okay.
So that was supposed to be retribution for what
for messing with him.
Messing with him.
But, okay.
Yeah. So he supposedly beat beat the boy up for that. So basically, there's some get back.
So it's get back. Basically, it's just jealousy.
Right.
So they was beefing, or we don't know if they were beefing, or just the fact that he was just messing with his girl.
I believe personally that's why he ran. Because he knew. Because he knew. Personally, that's what I think. That's why he ran. Because as soon as the police pull him over,
this is what I'm saying.
He's trying to get away.
So this is what I'm saying though about that.
Come on.
If you think about it like this, say for instance that's the case, right? How the hell one cop, one officer, to have a little pum pum or a pussy disagreement with one man could allow to get 6, 7 more officers involved to beat this man to death, and 3 other or 4 other ETMS people to let him die. How the hell that happened, bro? Just over one piece of pussy? Nah, B, I don't believe that. It's got to be something else, man.
Hold on. Hey, man, I believe this dude here, man. He got some action going on, man. We need to see about this guy right here. Okay, so where he be at? Oh, he be over in this area, or he be in the FedEx area. He gets, he's around this time. Now other people going to just follow lead.
Okay, but
So now the EMT people, if they got to fight with a cop and cop be like hold up on them, or sometimes they feel some kind of way because it's somebody else in uniform. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah, but it shouldn't matter though, because
shouldn't.
each department is different. You feel me?
Idealistically.
Because listen, if it's a doctor, right? A doctor would have to save. A doctor would basically have to save somebody that shot them. Shit, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it works because that's the profession you in.
Right.
Right. So you're into saving lives, not saving lives of quote unquote certain people.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. When the EMS, when they got there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They perform as officers.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Like officers, like they was in, like they in blue or some shit. Like they don't understand that they red, ain't they? They different. So
Right.
once they got there, all that blue shit or all that whatever, it should have been null and void.
It should have been.
But they perform like with that negligence as if they wanted someone told them, oh, he good, we want him to go. Or
Right.
don't touch him. I didn't think an officer has that authority to tell them not to touch them, and they actually listen. I never knew that.
I mean, it's not authority, but it's like what do you call it? A professional courtcy.
Professional courtesy.
But in a bad way.
I'm about to say professional courtesy.
Yeah.
Why would you put your livelihood on the line because of these officers
So-
you don't even know? That's what I'm saying. And then when you come out and
So-
find out it was all over some woman,
right.
That's
So-
weird. That's weird
so
as fuck.
It's weird, but I personally know of a situation where the EMS was like, we didn't really try to save him. And it was over an officer involved shoot. He was like, we didn't try to save him. But the man ended up living.
But that's different though. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, it's officer involved shooting, first of all.
Right.
And I guarantee they didn't make him sit there for 30 minutes. They probably
No,
didn't
no.
They probably didn't perform everything they should have in a timely manner or everything at all.
No,
but
they
at
tried,
least
though. They made it look good.
But that's what I'm saying. It takes, for most likely, those takes between 3 to 5 minutes to reach any hospital. That's what that's how they have it set up, right? They don't have it that you have to
Unless
drive to the
you're in a
hospital
rural
10, 20 minutes. Where they was in the city. So it's normally 3 to 5 minutes. They got there in 4 minutes, right? So they should be able to get to the hospital in 4 or 5 minutes.
Right.
All right. So my point is, just that 30 minutes sitting there, that's unacceptable in any, no matter who it is. That's all I'm saying. It's weird that they were able to do that without any repercussions behind that. You know what I'm saying? And how easy they were to do that. Like nobody told them, like, I didn't see nobody instructed them to do anything. They were just like, it was normal routine. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? That's bad all around the board. And
I mean, that's why they, because the two fire officials, people that work for the fire department, they got fired, and then their lieutenant got fired. So they superior got fired.
yeah, but getting fired is enough. That's nothing.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Compared to what they did, yo, it's like this. If somebody beat down somebody and almost kill them, and you come on the scene and they dying and you don't help them, and you stay there and you move the water bottle so they can't get it, you can get charged with murder too because you did not help assist.
To render aid.
Exactly. Yeah. And these people are licensed to do that. That's what they're supposed to do. So the fact that what their actions, what they did or didn't do, contributed to his murder, to his death, correct? So if that's the case, they should be charged as well. Not just the people that inflicted the pain. What about the people that allowed the pain to turn into something more than what it was, which is death?
Right.
Remember, his brain swelled from them sitting there, and he was bleeding internally.
Right.
So that's all that time, and every minute count. Every minute should be a fucking year. That's real talk. That's how they'll treat a criminal, right? These people were criminal behind the badge. Criminal behind the cloth.
They definitely were.
That's all it is. But we're gonna give a shout out to the family. Like we said, that's bad business. And the young lady that this happened over, I guess the one that got the text, I know she's going through it as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hopefully we give her some prayers and hopefully she could get past this thing because this thing is real. And I think in the coming days there's gonna be more stuff that come out. I don't think it stops here.
Right.
Because too much people are involved and they were too easily involved to contribute to this man's death. We're going into the second segment. Now, We're gonna talk about one more thing because I need to speak on this, man. Now, let's talk about this China balloon that we got in the air in North Carolina, right?
Well, it was in North Carolina.
Was it North Carolina or South Carolina? It's one of the Carolinas. I thought it was North Carolina. Yeah, it's in the Carolinas, fuck it, right? First of all, I want to know, this balloon came all the way from China. That's floated over here like a mug. Let's keep floating and floating over Canada and over this country. And everybody that's watching the float like, oh, that's a pretty balloon. Now this shit reach over here. And how they notice it, and then they notice it, what the balloon just stopped and they started chilling.
They said they weren't going to destroy it over the areas because they were worried about collateral damage on the ground.
Correct. They don't know what's in it. They don't know if they could have hit that shit, it would have blew up, or could have been a virus in there. Could have been a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. But the point of matter I'm trying to say is, how did it get into U.S. airspace and to where we actually live, the cities where it could actually do damage without anybody
doing nothing?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Nothing.
Nobody know nothing. It's just there. And they told me we should gonna shoot it down tomorrow. What? That shit's weird, man. That's what I'm saying.
After it's done sprayed us with whatever the hell it done sprayed.
Yeah, they done shot it down. So if niggas wake up coughing tomorrow.
No, I'm talking about after it done went across damn near the
whole. Yeah. And secretly
it already done sprayed us. We already did.
We don't know what it do, man. Right. They gonna talk about a spy balloon. That ain't no damn spy balloon. It's right there.
And you know how big they say it was? The size of 3 school buses.
Like a blimp.
That's way bigger than a blimp.
What I'm trying to say is, why
3 school
buses?
If
it's a spy balloon, shouldn't it be like small or hidden and all that shit? These niggas got a big ass balloon up there talking about it's a spy balloon. No, we can see you.
Exactly. Them folks got something in there.
I thought spies they watch you and you can't see them, no? Since when this ain't a spy balloon, that's a look balloon. Look at this.
What up, Charlie? Yeah, man.
But they shot it down though. They shot it down, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen tomorrow because it shot down today.
See, like they said, because I kind of watch politics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a little bit more complicated than just they shot it down, because we have spy planes in what we recognize as international waters, but they say it's China waters.
Mm-hmm.
And now does that give them a right to shoot down our planes? So could it spiral into something else? That's my question.
But they want to go to war. What we're talking about, I thought they predicted China and America to go to war by 2025, right? That's a prediction. Me personally, I don't see how it's going to happen due to the fact that China is have so much to do with our economy, and we have so much to do with China's economy.
Right.
Like,
because we owe them all this money.
Not only that, we consume so much.
Most of our products are made.
And most of our products is from them. So what are we consuming if we're not consuming from them? And who are they selling to if they're not selling to us, right? So it's like we need each other. No matter how we look at it.
So we're too intertwined for us to keep going on.
That makes no sense for us to go to war. But because you're so intertwined, it's like almost like a marriage. If someone wants to say, I'm more bigger than you, or I'm running this, or it's about my country versus yours. If somebody want to be the dominant one. Right. And of course, America's bullies, we always know it for years, we're going to be the dominant one because that's just what it is, nigga. So China ain't trying to have that because they figure because they gain so much more money and property and real estate, and they figure they should be bigger now because they making more and all that. Nah, we don't care what you got, how big you get. We the big dogs here, and that's what America's saying. So I think by the end of it,
that's what keeps us I believe the U.S. dollar is backed by the U.S. military, not backed by gold or anything like that. We spent so much on military. Well, we spent more than the next 22 countries combined.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what keeps people off our butt, because they know we can't. We're the only with a substantial navy like that. We're the only country like that. There's no other country that has it like that. So.
Yeah, but hopefully we don't go to war because war is not good for nothing for nobody or no country or people.
If we really had to go to a real war again in this day and age, people would suffer a lot. It would be a lot.
Of course, it would collapse. I think the whole goddamn world would collapse indirectly because we're connected to the whole world, China and America.
Yeah, globally, economically, we're connected.
Correct, and it would be an impact that we would never recover from, or we won't recover from for centuries. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So hopefully that don't happen, man. Let's move on to the next subject. Give a shout out to China. We mess with y'all. You know what I mean? I want some beef from broccoli right now. Holler at the But we're gonna go to the main topic of the night. SYO. That's the name of that shit.
Yeah, that's us.
SYO, state your opinion. So we're about to state some opinions right now.
All right.
Y'all got me fucked up. All right, so we're gonna start off like this, right?
All right.
We're gonna talk about the fact that men, right? Men get women that they can.
Right.
All right. But women, they get men that they want. They want to fuck somebody, they gonna fuck them.
Right.
We fuck who we can. Fuck it. Shorty fucking with it? Fuck it, let's get it. All right? Most men.
Right.
All right.
It's almost like saying women give access to sex. Men give access to marriage. So I think that's close tied to
Correct. So men fuck who they can, get with who they can, and women fuck who they want. But men marry who they want, and women marry who they can.
Because at the end of the day, a woman doesn't ask a man, unless it's this new age stuff, a woman doesn't ask a man to marry him. A man still has to choose.
But women do that shit nowadays, though. They ask you to marry them. They give you ultimatums.
I've been asked to be married before.
All right.
Somebody she's a Facebook friend of mine. She asked me to marry. She bought the ring and everything.
Oh, word. What's her name? Drop the dimes. You drop everything else.
She's on the, and matter of fact, she's a late person on the bike set.
Oh, word. She asked you to marry her?
When I was at Delta.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
What you said?
Matter of fact,
what you said?
I sent Aunt one time. I sent Aunt one time to go. I sent Aunt one time to get her something from Tiffany.
Okay.
But he had to buy another girl something from Tiffany.
Oh, so you just gonna throw him under there too?
I'm saying he had to buy two girls. The girl I was dating, they asked me to marry me.
Oh yeah.
And,
someone else.
and I had to buy somebody.
Hold on, they bought it at Tiffany. You mean Tiffany and Company?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So you married her.
I
So
was
what
at
you
Delta.
said? You married her? No. What did you say?
No,
Yes, nigga.
I was like, all right, we can do it.
You said yes?
I said yeah.
So
But
then what happened?
I was like,
So you didn't get married?
hell no.
Well,
She sure asked me though, but usually men ask women.
yes, that's usually what happens. But most, all right.
Nowadays,
You could ask a woman to marry, but what I notice, a lot of men are getting pressured to get married, and that's when they pop the question. So did they ask you to marry you, or did you pressure them to ask you to marry you? It's a difference.
right?
All right. So, but I don't think there's nothing wrong. I think it's kind of slick for a woman to come to nigga just get on her knees and be like, baby, would you marry
Charlotte
me?
talking about some she needed benefits.
Yeah, would you marry me? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of cute. Like, word, you gonna get on your knees, baby?
She damn sure bought me a ring and everything. I was like, this. I want you to wear it. I was like, what?
But a woman do that, you feel like she trying to trap you? Lock you
It's
down?
just weird, man. This shit is just, that's weird.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? What do you think? She thinks she
like,
trying to lock you down or
Hell
trap you or
yeah.
something? Maybe she really love you.
Oh, well,
And she want to have that life with you, and she, you know.
I was young, man. We talking about when Greg was alive.
But still, what I'm saying is, when women,
You know how much fun we were having back then?
a lot of women be settling, right? They get to the point, but
I think men settle more than women.
No, listen to what I'm saying. When I say they settle, it's because look, they waste their young time, their young years, right? Their good years, fucking with the wrong ones, right?
Right.
Because
Talking about women.
Yes. What it is they've been fucking with the wrong ones when they were young, because that's what they wanted. They wanted that bullshit. They think they want this nigga and that dude or this looking good or that dude with the money or that dude that's fly or whatever or this dude that fucked them right. They think that's what they want. But when they realize that all that shit don't add up to a good marriage and good life, then they gonna have to just marry whoever's around, who they can. All right, he's all right. Whoever's okay.
If he chooses, because he still got to get chosen.
Somebody's out here to marry these chicks, bro. There's always one
Bro,
dude.
the number, no, not necessarily, dog. Like I said,
Man, these girls every girl got a simp they could go holler at that would marry them and love their dirty drawers. The fact that they don't care to be with them.
Bro, the numbers don't equate. When people be like, oh, there's somebody for everybody. Technically, mathematically, it's not.
No,
It's
it is.
Bro, it's 2 million more black
Who
women.
gives a fuck? They got too much lesbians and the gay niggas out here. Come on, bro.
then there's 7 million more men than women in
Between that, I'm
America.
saying the numbers are off because you can't say that. Because
Okay,
there's more people.
because
There could be more lesbians is hooking
okay.
up, gay dudes is hooking up.
Right,
so
right, okay.
what that got to do with the heterosexual world? What I'm saying is there's always somebody for somebody. Even if you run out of niggas, these niggas, bitches gonna just be with each other. If they run out of bitches, niggas gonna be with each other. It's like there's somebody for somebody, bro. If there's no other people, these niggas gonna fuck animals. It doesn't matter. There's somebody for somebody.
Damn, they gonna fuck animals?
Hey,
I
these
know.
niggas, yo, this crazy out here, B. All I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit going on.
But back to as far as people being men getting or marrying who they want, and women marrying who they can. Right.
Because women have us, I told you, they played around so much with what they want. They trying to do, they stand up and try to stand out for what they want and try to ride on what they want, even when they see that's not what they need. They trying to like change a nigga. Like, this, I know he gonna do what I'm gonna get him a change. He gonna do.
I'm so special.
No, he ain't. So when they realize that, and they've been treated on, mistreated, this, that, and the third, played, stepped on, guess what they gonna end up with? All right over here with who they can.
Right.
That nigga that been trying to holler at her for the longest. Now when that nigga do get her, cause he been trying to get her and she been dragging his ass that long, he get her and they get married. Then sooner or later, somebody down the line, this motherfucker probably start dragging her too.
Right.
You feel me? And she like, see what I'm saying? Even this nigga, nah, he's only mad at that's that payback. You know what I'm saying? He just learned that you don't really give a fuck about him. He was your last choice.
Right.
So he ain't gonna try to fuck around and treat you like you his first choice.
Right.
All right. So he's gonna put you whatever you lay. Right. Once you get to his level, and that
you know, and most guys are. I guess I'm at the point I get married, and whoever's right there, then that's who they'll marry. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever the best option is. But women, especially when they get older, and they haven't been married or they don't have any good options, they better be happy with what they can get.
and that's why they do that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that's why I said in the beginning, when you want to just have fun, it's a woman's world.
Right.
But when you ready to settle down and get to the nitty gritty and have something for real,
Together.
that's a man's world. That's when a man choose what he wants and he's serious about what he wants. When he choose, for the most part, when a man come to you without you pressuring him and ask to marry you, that man is ready to do the right thing.
Yeah, he ready
Believe
to do the
that.
right thing.
Now, how you move and act towards him and push him to keep on being like that, that's a whole nother story. Because a lot of women catch a man that's ready to do the right thing and act like they're simps and take advantage because he got a good job or he got a pension coming in and they're like, whatever, I could just do this and this shit don't work out 3 years, get a baby, and I just leave that nigga get the house and and I get his pension for the rest of his life. You just fucked up a good man that was ready to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So that be another issue. So and then they come back when they finish with this other dude that they was cheating on him or trying to get with him, and he stepped all over her ass, feel me? Gave her 2 more babies with no help. Then she's gonna try to go back to this dude again.
But a lot of times the problem is some people are not qualified for the people they want to date. You know what I'm saying? They're not qualified for they think they're qualified position. I'll make it real simple. They think they ready to make hamburgers and they're just really qualified to make fries. They're not ready, or capable for the.
So you say that about women, or you say that in general? Like men are like that too, like not qualified to be with who they want to be with certain females.
No, usually men shoot within their range.
So how you gonna say that? How you gonna say that about men but not women?
Because men usually shoot within their range. Men usually don't date out of their ability. You know what I'm saying?
For the most part.
Women usually date up.
For the most part, because you
don't hear a man saying, "Oh, I'm gonna date," unless he's some super chump. He gonna date her because she has this degree, or she drive this car, or she live on this side of town. That's what women say. When a homegirl meets, when a homegirl talking to another homegirl, and she say, "So I met this dude first thing a homegirl gonna ask her homegirl, what he do? Dudes don't do that.
That's a fact. It ain't because we don't care about that. That's why. But you know what I'm saying? But we gonna know what she look like. Like shorty bad, is bad. That's what's up.
That's about it. That's all you need for a qualifier.
Yeah, you love it.
You ain't gonna tell your homeboy, man. You know what this girl do? No, nobody care about that.
Man, niggas want to know if she's a hoe.
That's it.
That's it. That's what really matters. Like
how good she look.
Facts.
You don't be like, ooh, she work here. You be like, hey man, shit, you see this motherfucker?
But truth be told though, some niggas do date out they league though. Some niggas do that. Some dudes be with girls and it's like, you could not be like, it's not like she's just too much for you. She's too much for you now. She's going in a different direction than you're going. You're playing games with her when she's really trying to get some shit done, build something with someone, have a real future. She want to settle down. That's what I mean by some niggas be dating out their league because you're not even in that league to deal with her. It ain't got nothing to do with status as far as how far you are in life. It just be like it could be a mindset and where you at in that time of your life. So you gotta know when your shit don't align with what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'm out here in these streets, man. I'm still fucking around, man. Shorty trying to do some family shit. I ain't with that.
That goes back to what it's saying about women. Men give access to relationships. You know what I'm saying? So that's going back to men marrying who they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's all who's really choosing. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, you might let me have sex with you as a woman, but I'm gonna choose if this is gonna go further than that.
That's
so
a fact.
I'm choosing. I'm the one that makes that decision.
You gotta understand though, when a girl says, I'm getting married, it sounds good, right? But when a man says, yo, man, I'm getting married, but I'm about to marry this girl, man. I love this girl. Like this. That means it's like it's a different.
I'm gonna get married.
Yeah, it's that's a nigga that got pressured. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a nigga that I'm not talking about a nigga that got an ultimatum.
Right.
That's a nigga that's gonna say some shit like that, man. I'm gonna go on and go. Fuck it, I might as well do it. Nah,
I will do it.
Nah, that's not a nigga that's ready to get married to you.
She got me.
You want a nigga that's like walking out here like, yo, excited, like, yo, I'm about to get married, man. I can't wait. I love it.
She got me.
I can't wait. I love yo, I'm about to get married. He excited. You know what I'm saying? That's a man that's ready to do what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the women got to know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
But the older I get, my partner, now I'm not going to say his name, but my partner, we were working together a long time ago. And we were sitting on the concourse, and he was like, man, he was like, yeah, you look like the Marion type. I was like, we were on the concourse B. He was like, yeah, you look like the Marion type. He said, but I ain't never get married. I was like, no, why? He said, bro, I don't come from that. I'm from the bricks. And the older I get, I used to, man, you crazy as hell. Now the older I get, the more I see, man, like, what are the advantages at this age?
Marriage ain't bad, bro. Marriage ain't bad. Marriage got to be the right, but it's got to be the right people at the right time for the right reason, and marriage will work. That's all. You just got to work it right. There's a lot of successful marriage that happen and happening. So on that note, we're gonna say spread love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You give love, you get love. That's how that shit work. SYL Podcast. State your opinion. Each and every week, we're gonna be here. We're gonna touch base with y'all and talk about these topics, man. Life, love, and existence, baby. Thug Rider, holla at your boy. Got the co-host in the building, Big Herp. Engineer Dwayne. Till next time, you don't know. Holla.